What's up, gang? Another exciting episode. So I got doing some reading on oil catch cans and looking at doing one on my 2000 4Runner. So I've got a lot of blow-by oil on the breather hose, the vent hose that comes off the rear of the crankcase and goes into the air intake just before the throttle body. And the problem with that is it's throwing all that mist and all that oil stuff back into back through my throttle body and through the upper and lower plenum and whatever. So taking that off and then looking down in here, there's a lot of oil that has settled. I wiped out everything else, but in this is the piece where the breather hose or the vent hose comes in, and then the throttle body is on this side here. And yeah, so trying to prevent that. So I ordered a oil catch can, doing a lot of research. There's tons that you can buy. I looked at this one, it had like 92 ratings, 4.5 stars, whatever. I always look to make sure that they are a verified purchaser and not just their buddies hooking them up and posting good stuff. So got this off Amazon, and it is a E-Speeder Universal Reservoir 300 mil, blah blah blah. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'll post the link down below or in the comments. So open it up. Like everybody said, the hose that comes with it, it's a joke. So don't use it. Go to the auto parts store and get you a real hose. So toss that. It's got your hardware. It's got 2 of each of these fittings. The other 2 are over there. I'm fixing to run up to O'Reilly and grab my hose. I think 3/8 is what people have recommended. And mounting hardware for it. So it's a nice presentation. It's packaged well. I kind of cheated. I wanted to make this look like this was the unveiling. I just got it and I'm all excited, but I'm like a kid and I had to open it up before I started recording. So whatever. Some of these come with a breather on top to vent it into the atmosphere. I just got one to recirculate it. Hindsight, I'm kind of wishing I would have gotten one, but I may do something different. This screws off easy. I mean, I'm looking at the workmanship, the CNCing, and the. I mean, it looks fine to me. It's got a little baffle in there. This is your dipstick, so you can, whenever that's closed up, you can pull that out and see how much you got in there. I did go ahead and cheat and go out and try to identify an area to mount this thing without getting too crazy in the engine bay. So I've decided I'm going to mount this to the airbox. It is a hardened plastic airbox, but I think it'll be fine. If not, then it will fall off and hit my fan, and I'll probably hear it. So I went ahead and put one of the screws in here, took these 2 screws off, pulled this bracket off, put that one in there. I drilled 2 holes in my airbox, so I'm ready to go and slap this sucker up and get her hooked up. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to run to the parts store right quick, grab these hoses, and then I'll be back. And we'll get this sucker mounted. I haven't seen any videos for mounting or oil catch can on a 3.4 liter V6 Toyota, 3rd gen Toyotas, 4Runners, Tacomas, whatever. I looked high and low. I saw the 4-cylinder ones, but not the 5VZ motor. So hopefully this helps some folks. All right. So I'm out here with Frank and Yoda. So I've got 3 4Runner jokers out there. You got the little silencer delete, whatever you want to call it. This is what I use to go between the boots on the intake. So there's that boot there, and the other boot had torn. I should just do a cold air whatever, but I'm cheap, and this is Frank and Yoda, and she's a runner. So I've siliconed that rip there, straight up redneck hillbilly style. I got my my catch can and hardware, and we're gonna get into this thing. So first things first, like I was talking about a while ago, typically when people do the catch can, they are going to do the PVC valve and go from there. I haven't noticed a lot of oil blow-by or a lot of oil buildup on my PCV valve. I pulled it out earlier. It still rattles. It still works. You know, it's there's not a lot of oil buildup in that line. So the way this works is the gases from the valve cover here go up through the PCV valve, go back through that hose there. That hose goes into here. You take that cover off, and that goes back in on the other side of the throttle body. Goes back through the plenum and upper and lower, and then through the intake. Now the other hose you got is the one that comes off the rear of the crankcase. So get my little light kind of situated here. That hose comes off this line here, comes around and plugs into this tubing here, right? On this, this is a 2000 4Runner, so it plugs in there, and that takes all the mist of the oil and shoots it through your throttle body, which is kind of an issue for me. I took this off and I've cleaned it up, so it's nice and shiny. But man, there was oil puddled right here, and I've taken all this apart and cleaned it. Yeah, and I don't want that. So here's the hose that I'm going to tap into. Actually, I'm going to remove this and put the new hose on, and then the little plug-in piece, where'd he go? Yeah, anyway, I'll find it, but let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and mount this catch can here. So we'll do that. Once we get that started, or once we get that on, then we will hook up the lines, and we'll be well on our way to getting this sucker done. So like I said, I just mounted this, mounting this on the side of my air filter box, so it's accessible. It's right here. I've got plenty of room underneath. That's the thing, is I was looking around the engine bay and I'm like, cool, I can mount there, cool, cool, cool. But wait a minute, how am I going to be able to unscrew that to empty it? So, you know, set aside from manufacturing or fabbing up some kind of bracket, which I don't really feel like doing, I just went ahead and easiest spot, it's open, too easy. So anyhow, we'll get this on, and then we will hook up the lines, and we'll be on our way. Alright, so that's pretty cool. It wasn't too bad. As you can imagine, the size of the nuts, they are lock nuts, but the size of them are 10 mil. So, screwing this can on, it's good. It does have an O-ring around there, but that sucker's on there and it ain't going nowhere. Little dipstick right there, so it's accessible, too easy. All right, now we're gonna hook up the lines. Right on. So, lucky for me, the line. So what I did was I went to O'Reilly and I got one 3/8 inch line and one 1/2 inch line. The line that is going to come out of, actually, yeah, so I'm just going to use 3/8 for the whole thing. I don't need 1/2 inch. No, I stand corrected. I do need 1/2 inch and 3/8. So the line that's going to come out of the tube, the vacuum hose, it's the hose, the old hose is, here's the small end, the 3/8 end, and here's the 1/2 inch end that I'm using. So that's what I did. If you're doing this on a 4Runner, you may want to take that into consideration. Don't get two hoses the same size. I got one that's 3/8 and one that's 1/2 inch. So the fittings that I'm using, 1/2 inch fitting, 3/8 fitting. The kit comes with those. So the line that is 3/8 right there, that's going to be my in right here. If I can get that threaded. All right. So that's going to be the in, and then I'll tighten that down. And then the out, going back into the air intake hose, into the throttle body, will be the 1/2 inch. That's, you guys are lucky I'm doing this for you. Alright, I'm guinea pigging this sucker. So, I'll get those in, crank them down, we'll hook up our hoses, and we should be done. So, it's really not that big of a deal. By George, I believe we've got her. Alright, so yeah, I ended up just kind of, I guess you could say letting it hang. But you know what? And I can do some zip ties. I'll do that. I'll zip tie these together just to kind of clean it up a bit. But we're plugged in back here, plugged in there, so it comes out there, goes in there, goes through the baffle. Yeah, man, goes in, does its thing, and then comes back out. In theory, this should work. Alright guys, that's it. I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna finish putting it back together. I'll let you know how it goes. I'd be curious to see after a month or so of driving if you know, how much oil, if any, is in the catch can. I have no doubt there's going to be oil in the catch can. The telltale sign for me was, and I'll just show you this right quick. I have never had oil residue on my plenum like that right there. Never, never, never. So you can see that all in there. So some people will be like, well, that's a bad gasket. Well, okay, true. Maybe, but why is that residue on there? Because my truck doesn't leak a lot. It doesn't leak any more than it should. Valve cover gaskets have been replaced, all that jazz. Rear main's got a little bit, but that's pretty common. But that oil residue right there, not common, and that is new on my engine. All right, so that's it. I hope that helps. Anybody that's going to do this thing, like I said, I hadn't seen any write-ups, any videos, any how-tos on installing a catch can on a 5EZ 3.4 Yoder. So I hope that helps, and let me know what you think. All right, that's it. Later. Thanks for watching.